This is NDTV, and you're watching Classics.
Hello, I'm Darius Tharapurwala and I'm standing outside Subex Systems in Koramangala in Bangalore. Subex is a software services company for the telecom companies, and it is run by a person called Subhash Menon, who started this company in 1992 with a modest revenue turnover of about 8 crore rupees. And by 2004-2005, the revenue turnover went up to about 116 crores, which is more than a 10-fold turnover. Now today on Boss's Day Out, we're going to be spending the day with Subhash Menon to see what made him start this company from scratch and bring it to where it is today. Subhash.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome. Please.
Could I start off by just asking you basically what Subex system does?
We're basically in the telecom software space, and wherein we focus on a particular area called revenue maximization. We offer two products in that space. So in short, we are a telecom software product company out of the country here. Yeah.
Now you're an entrepreneur. You started this in 91, was it?
92 with a capital of all of 20,000 rupees.
20,000 rupees.
Princely sum of 20,000 rupees.
And how did you build it up from there?
I was working for different companies at different points in time, and did that until 92, and then set up the company with, as I said, 20,000 rupees. This was borrowed capital from my earlier boss, the earlier company. When I wanted to set up this, start this thing. So we started with that and started representing a couple of companies from overseas, trying to sell their products here by integrating their solutions. And this also happened to be in the telecom space. We started making reasonable profits from probably even from the first year, but it was really, really small initially. I think the most significant aspect of the growth of the company is that we managed to get a very good set of people right from the very beginning. Come to think of it, I think it's primarily the efforts of, we call them Subexians. I personally don't like calling my people employees because there's a bad connotation to that word, in my opinion. So we got a very good set of Subexians, and we still have some of them with us who have been with us for the past 10 years, 12 years.
And where is your main customer base?
If you look at one country which has a maximum number of customers, that's the US. Probably because of the sheer size of the country. From a regional perspective, I would think Europe, Middle East, Africa has the largest number of customers at this point in time.
Subhash, you've told us that you concentrate on the telecom sector. Mm-hmm. Could you describe to us briefly your various products?
Right, we have two products. One is called Ranger, that's a fraud management system, telecom fraud. The second one is called InCharge, that's a revenue assurance solution. What these two products basically do is to look at all the different leakages that happen with the revenue chain of an operator. Starting with the subscription that happens in a network, going through provisioning of the service to actual servicing of the activation, servicing of the subscriber, then billing them and then collecting that money. That's the revenue chain of an operator. Throughout this chain, there could be leakages. There are leakages.
But how much is this leakage? Is it a large percentage of their revenues?
It's very large. As per the latest statistics, studies, one could say, it's almost 13.7% of the top line of a telco. So worldwide, if you look at the top 100 telcos, they have a revenue of $1 trillion. So if they lose 13.7, that's $137 billion.
Now, where are you placed as far as the world market is concerned in this, for instance, your fraud management system?
On the fraud side, I'm really happy to tell you that we've got the largest install base globally. We've got over 80 customers, as I said earlier, spread over 40 countries, and that gives us the leadership position in fraud.
Okay. Now, Subhash, tell me what exactly you're going to be doing right now.
My next thing is to speak with my assistant, check about the day as to what the activities are.
So what is the next meeting? What's it about?
It's about appraisal. It's appraisal actually.
Okay, so we'll leave you to your work right now, and then maybe join you when you're doing your appraisals.
Okay, that's good.
Subhash is now discussing his day's schedule with his secretary, after which he's going to have an appraisal meeting with some of his the people who work here. In the meantime, I think I'm going to try and get a cup of hot coffee because it's a very cold day in Bangalore today. So let's see if we can. Can we get a cup of coffee? Come. Subhash has now started one of his appraisal meetings. So let's go in and see what it's all about. Now this appraisal, the results of this appraisal are told to every Subexian?
Now each the Subexians concerned will know. So that's the process. Because just to take care of anomalies and all that.
Okay, so we'll leave you gentlemen to this and we'll join you later on.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yes, Subhash, you finished your appraisal meeting.
Done with that.
Now what's next?
HRIS demo, that's an information system that we use for human resources activities, and there's a demonstration plan of that.
Can we come into that meeting?
Absolutely.
Come. What I wanted to know was that if one particular Subexian is having a problem of harassment or
We have
a personal problem.
We have a different thing for that.
But that's not part of your HR?
It is.
Anything like that?
We have another system for that. We call the Feel the Pulse, for example. We have a complete calendar made for the entire year that every Subexian would be meeting somebody 2 levels up.
We have regular open houses where people can ask questions and issues that'll be discussed at open house. We do have email address where that they can send a message and then that will be acted upon.
So what's next?
I have a con call
Yes.
for about 30 to 45 minutes,
All right.
starting in about 8 minutes from now. So I should be done with that anytime between 12:15 and 12:30, and then we could go on a tour of the office.
Right.
And after that, we'll be done with that probably by about 1 o'clock or so. Then proceed for lunch.
Go for lunch? Good.
Good idea, isn't it?